I bet a lot of people out there who's getting ready to watch this video going, what the hell happened to you? Did you fell off? You did one video 3 months ago and now you are back. And I'm better than ever, okay? I've been doing the majority of my commentary on my podcast. I'll have that in the link below. But what we're here for is Jason Whitlock, the truth behind Jason Whitlock. And before I begin, let me put out a disclaimer. I do not endorse nor support Jason Whitlock as a person, as a professional, and a lot of things that Jason Whitlock say that comes out of his mouth, he does it for shock value. He truly does not believe what he says. He knows for a fact that he's going to get a lot of clicks, a lot of views by people coming to see what he's going to say next, okay? He's an opportunist. That's all Jason Whitlock is, all right? So let's get into Jason Whitlock, why he no longer works for Fox Sports 1. Now, there's an argument that's being pushed on social media and on YouTube. A lot of content providers or content creators have issues with Jason Whitlock. And I understand your issues. I understand your frustration. But let's not totally lie on Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock did not get fired from Fox Sports 1, okay? Jason Whitlock and Fox Sports 1 could not come to an agreement as far as renewing his contract. And the reason why, not because, and the reason why is not because they didn't want Jason Whitlock. The reason why they couldn't come to a conclusion is Jason Whitlock sees the grass is greener on the other side as far as being independent, okay? Fox Sports 1, with their new regime, they really don't have any relationship with Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock, Colin Cowherd, Skip Bayless, Rob Parker, Chris Broussard, okay, all those guys had a relationship with Murdoch. I think his name was Ruther Murdoch. He was like the executive producer, the creator of a lot of successful shows on ESPN. He got fired from ESPN. We're not going to go into why he got fired from ESPN. Fox picked him up, and he's the reason, he's the brain trust, sort of say, on why they got Colin Cowherd, Skip Bayless, Rob Parker, and yes, Jason Whitlock. He overpaid a lot of money for these personalities to revamp and relaunch Fox Sports 1. Now, Murdoch, I think his name's Murdoch. Yeah, his name is Ruth. He no longer works for Fox Sports 1 because of sexual misconduct. The same stuff that followed him at ESPN, and why he's no longer with ESPN is the same things. Is the same stuff that he's no longer working for Fox Sports 1. Now they have a new brain trust there, a new regime, and they're weighing in their options on a lot of these people that the old regime signed. That's the reason why they had an issue with Chris Carter. They never had a relationship with Chris Carter. They didn't understand why Chris Carter is on Fox Sports 1 saying the things that he says, okay? And that's true in some perspectives with Jason Whitlock, okay? Jason Whitlock is looking at the grass is greener on the other side from the standpoint of he wants to go independent, and he sees what Joe Rogan's making and with Spotify, and he's going like, Joe Rogan is not signed to one of these big time networks, and he's making more money than me. Why do I have to be signed to a big time network and making this amount of money when I can just do it on my own, okay? And just, hopefully Spotify signs me to a huge deal or whoever, okay? And that's what Jason Whitlock is pursuing. He's pursuing the grass greener on the other side. When you look at Fox Sports 1, they're looking at it as, we don't mind having you here, but we're not going to pay you a large sum of money when at the end of the day, it's not our primary focus to have a 24-hour content full of sports personalities on their shows. We're not trying to copy what ESPN is doing. Now, Fox Sports 1 really do thoroughly enjoy the shows that they have, okay? And the shows I'm referring to and talking about is Undefeated, Colin Cowherd, Speak for Yourself, and First Things First. They love those shows, okay? Have no issues with those shows, okay? Those shows draw some good numbers for Fox Sports 1. But the Brain Trust is looking at other content, okay? They don't mind having these shows starting early in the morning, but through the afternoon and through the evening, they're looking at content that's sports entertainment content. That's why they signed a deal with the WWE. Okay, they're going to have their content on Fox Sports 1, and they're looking at other avenues like other live sporting events or live sports entertainment events that they want in their prime time slots and in their prime time hours. Okay, and that's what they're looking at. So they're not going to invest a ton of money on sports personalities. Okay, they're looking at other avenues. It's just that simple. Jason Whitlock does not really want to be signed with Fox Sports 1, and Fox Sports 1 really don't want Jason Whitlock. Now, they wouldn't mind having him. Jason Whitlock wouldn't mind being there, but they're not going to pay him the type of money that he was making on his old contract, okay? And the reason why he was making so much money on his older contract was simple. He had a relationship with the regime that was once there, okay? They're no longer there no more, okay? And this new regime is looking at other options. They're looking at revamping and relaunching Fox Sports 1 once again, okay? And it does not include overpaying for a lot of sports commentators. Sports personalities to talk topics, okay? So that's what they're looking at. That's what the Brain Trust is looking at, okay? Now, how does this affect the other sports personalities on Fox Sports 1? Skip Bayless' contract is coming up, okay? Now, they don't mind paying Skip Bayless the money. They're probably going to pay Skip Bayless even more money to remain on Undisputed, because they know Skip Bayless, a lot of people sign up for Fox Sports 1 to hear not only what Colin Cowherd is going to say, but what Skip Bayless is going to say, who he's going to hate on next, okay? What he's going to say about LeBron James, okay? So when you're looking at those personalities, they don't mind laying in bed with those personalities because they know they're going to get the results, okay? They know they're going to get the clicks, all right? And Fox Sports 1 is pretty much has the same mindset of what a lot of things Jason Whitlock was saying on Speak for Yourself, okay? Have the same ideals like Jason Whitlock, all right? The same beliefs just like Jason Whitlock, okay? So the fact that people think that Jason Whitlock's fired because of his antics on Fox Sports 1 and it was boiling over to a point where they could no longer accept or condone what Jason Whitlock was saying on Speak for Yourself, so they decided to let him go. That's not the real reason. Quite frankly, the real reason is Jason Whitlock does not want to be there. Jason Whitlock knows going independent and making more money independent than signing to a big time network is the way to go. Second, during this pandemic, this coronavirus pandemic, a lot of things have been affected, and most notably is sports entertainment, okay? There are no live sporting events. All the leagues has pretty much closed down, all right? Therefore, you don't need a lot of sports personalities to just sit there twiddling their thumbs, just rehashing old topics, okay? Now, when when The Last Dance, the documentary of The Last Dance premiered, that gave a lot of sports personalities some content to talk about on their shows. But that the documentary is over with, folks. There's nothing left to talk about when you talk about sports topics and sports news. And the only thing is to talk about and focus now is anybody's going to be opening up this year. Is college football going to be opening up in the NFL, the Major League Baseball, basketball, what they're doing? And when you don't have a lot of sports events, live sports events, leagues that are, resuming or still open, you don't need a lot of sports personalities. You just don't need their commentary, okay? Josina Anderson is no longer with ESPN. And, if the NFL was still running on its own schedule like they normally was, Josina Anderson would still be there. Now, a lot of people assume that the reason why Josina Anderson is no longer at ESPN is because of what she said on social media, right? But, the real reason why Josina Anderson was still with ESPN, even when she was tweeting stuff on social media, was the fact that Josina Anderson had a lot of sources in the NFL. Okay, a lot of NFL players go to Josina Anderson, like it or not. Okay, and that's why Josina Anderson had a job with ESPN. Now, with the uncertainty with the NFL, is it going to resume, or are they going to scale back, or they're going to play later on this year? You don't know. So a lot of these sports content providers, sports personalities, you don't need a room full of them when there's nothing to cover. Okay, now Jason Whitlock and Fox Sports 1. Now, a lot of people are also pushing the narrative he got fired. He did not get fired, folks. I understand why people are upset with Jason Whitlock, okay? I don't agree with a lot of things Jason Whitlock says. I do believe that Jason Whitlock say the things that he says because he knows it creates buzz, it creates interest, and even your fans and your haters are still going to watch to see what you're going to say, okay? People don't understand that they get manipulated every day. If you don't like Jason Whitlock, then why you have your television on FX1, well, Fox Sports 1, to hear what he's getting ready to say, what he's getting ready to say, or follow him on social media to see what he's going to tweet or see what he's going to post or say, okay? Your fans and your haters, Jason Whitlock's haters are his biggest fans, okay? They subscribe to him, and like it or not, they are supporting him, okay? And they're supporting his behavior, okay? So Jason Whitlock understands that he's not a dumb guy. He's very smart. He knows that if he does his own thing, the haters are going to follow, okay? Because they want to see what he's going to say next, okay? Just like his fans. I can't believe he has fans, but I'm pretty sure he does have fans, okay? And they're going to follow. I'm pretty sure he's going to be on a podcast, and he wants that Joe Rogan type of deal, like Joe Rogan got for Spotify. And Jason Whitlock sees that. Going independent is the best way to go, all right? Instead of being tied down to an organization or to a news network, and once you're tied down to them, you have to follow their ideals and their beliefs. You can't go all the way left, signed to a network, when that's not their mentality, okay? So now Jason Whitlock is going to do his own thing. I'm pretty sure you're still going to hear him on radio. He'll probably do a radio deal with Ryan Russo. I forgot that satellite radio station that they have over there. He's very controversial. Mad Dog Sports. He'll probably sign a radio deal with them, and do radio, but the majority of his content is going to be on his podcast. He's probably going to create, he probably already has, or probably getting ready to create a YouTube channel where he'll talk about topics there, and his fans and his haters are still going to support him in droves to hear what he's going to say next. Okay, Jason Whitlock is sort of like Stacey Dash. Okay, Stacey Dash knew real fast and real quick that the real reason why she was getting a lot of clicks on Fox News was because of the things she said about the black community, and there are people that have those beliefs. Stacey Dash knew, like, wait a minute, these people believe this, so if I tell them I believe this, I'm going to be popular and successful there, and I'm going to keep my job there. Once that ideal got old real fast, real quick, there was nothing else Stacey Dash can do or contribute for Fox News, and they decided to let her go. Okay, and now Stacey Dash is struggling. Now, Jason Whitlock is not going to be in the same boat as Stacey Dash. Okay, I just don't believe that. And he's been in journalism, sports journalism, for a long period of time, and he's got a cult following of people that hate him and people that like him, and they're going to follow him. Okay, so that's what Jason Whitlock is doing. He didn't get fired. He just didn't re-sign his contract with Fox Sports 1. Fox Sports 1 don't see Jason Whitlock as where they're going to just give him a boatload of money like the old regime did, because it really doesn't fit their narrative. Jason Whitlock was not going to sign with Fox Sports 1 because he sees the grass is green. Now, the only way I can see the two re-signing and getting into business together once again is they give him the money that he's looking for, but also allow him to be sort of like a freelancer where he can still do his own thing outside of Fox Sports 1. I don't see Fox Sports 1 doing a deal like that because they're not in, desperate need of having him, because he really doesn't fit their narrative and what they want to do for the foreseeable future for Fox Sports 1. Okay, so that's all I got to say on this topic, guys. Tell me what you think. Also, if you want to listen to more of me, I have a podcast, the I'm Chris the Don One podcast. It's on iTunes, Spotify. I have the link down below later on today. Hope everyone has a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Okay, deuces.